Hey friends, Misha here. In this video I'm going to answer a question I get quite a lot, which is what options are there for 3DS hacks right now? A lot of you have probably been using Sound Hacks to access Homebrew, but as you may know, Sound Hacks doesn't work with 3DS firmware versions above 11.3, and it likely never will. Devs have said it's dead, and it probably won't be getting a fix. There are other options for getting into Homebrew to do your Animal Crossing New Leaf hacking or whatever it is you do in there, so let's go over them. If you watch all this and still have questions, feel free to ask below, but I'd highly encourage you to join the Homebrew Discord or the 3DS hacking subreddit, because people there will know a lot more about the technical steps and aspects of hacking than me. They're much more knowledgeable than I am, so I'll have lots of resources linked in the description box below for you. So first of all, a basic tip to prevent losing access to Homebrew: keep your 3DS's Wi-Fi shut off whenever possible to prevent forced updates, and just wait until you know it's safe to update. Follow me, join the other communities, hacking communities, so you know when hacks work with future updates and when it is not safe to update just yet. So if you have a new 3DS, old 3DS, or old 2DS on 11.3 or below, you can use Sound Hacks to access Homebrew. This is the simplest, safest method to access Homebrew. It works completely offline, so you can always have your Wi-Fi shut off so that you can't get any sort of forced updates. But like I said, it only works with 11.3 and below. If you have Sound Hacks, I would just keep your Wi-Fi shut off, keep on 11.3 or below, whatever you're on, and just don't update and keep using that as long as possible. You can follow my step-by-step video guide, which I will have linked in the video and in the description box if you want to set that up on your 3DS. If you have an old 3DS or old 2DS on 11.4 or 11.5, as I'm making this video, 11.5 is the most recent firmware version. If you have an old 3DS or old 2DS on either of those versions, there aren't any current options for you, unfortunately, unless you already had CFW, which stands for custom firmware, installed before updating. If you didn't have CFW before updating to 11.4 or 11.5, you have no options, which really sucks, and I'm really sorry, but follow the Hax developer Smeelam on Twitter. I'll have him linked below as well for some more updates whenever that comes out, and of course follow the different communities that I also have linked in the Discord and subreddits. Now, if you have a new 3DS or a new 2DS on 11.5 or below, so 11.5 is the most recent version, if you have it on 11.5 or literally most other recent versions, you have several options available to you. You can install Ninjax to access Homebrew. It uses a copy of the game Cubic Ninja. It costs $40. I think it's on sale as I'm making this video. It's on sale at GameStop, I believe. But it requires a copy of Cubic Ninja. The setup process is pretty simple. I will have a link to a description of the setup process below. Like I said, it's pretty simple. The text guide should be enough for you. You really shouldn't need any more of an explanation from me. But if you have questions, like I said, feel free to ask or join those communities and ask there. Another option that you have is you can install Freaky Hacks to access Homebrew. It requires a copy of Freaky Forms Deluxe, another game. It's cheaper than Cubic Ninja. I believe it's about $10, and it's just as simple of a process to set up as Ninjax. So again, process guide linked in the description box below for how to set it up. Pretty simple. Text guide should be enough for you. And your last option is that you can install CFW to access Homebrew. Like I said before, CFW stands for custom firmware. It's free, it's complicated, and it's the riskiest of all of your options, but it will prevent you from being worried about forced updates or anything like that. Nintendo literally can't, if you have custom firmware, Nintendo can't ruin your access to Homebrew if you have CFW. So the only guide that you should use to install CFW is 3ds.guide. Of course, I'll have it linked below. And I know it looks kind of complicated at first, but if you just read everything on that website, click all the links, follow all the steps, there are pictures for you to click on for what 3DS or 2DS type and version that you have, and it shows you all the options available to you. Like I said, it's a little bit riskier. You have to follow the steps exactly, but it is a really, really great option for accessing Homebrew permanently. And I will not make a video guide about CFW because its steps change really often. The steps are different for every different 3DS and 2DS and every version. And so the website is the only CFW guide that you should follow. An outdated video could ruin your system. Don't follow any videos on YouTube you see about installing CFW. Just go to 3ds.guide and follow those steps there. And I don't know when more Hax options will become available, so please don't ask. I know the only real options right now are things that cost money or things that are complicated like CFW. I don't develop any of these hacks. I just pass along information when I can, and you can do your research and follow the Hax developers and join the Hax communities just as easily as I can and get the information that way. But I promise I'll make a video guide if a more accessible Hax method becomes available, if something like Sound Hax becomes available again, something that's free and easy to install. I'll 100% make a video so you all can understand that a bit better. But I don't feel like spending the money on a game to access Homebrew when I have my old 3DS on 11.3 so that I can access Sound Hax. But you all feel free to purchase those games if you want to hack and follow the guides. Like I said, they're very simple, I promise. It's not going to be too complicated. The text guide should get you there, and there should be other video guides as well if you really want to look into it a little bit more. So until something else is made available like Sound Hax that I make a video on, you can do your own research, like I said, with the below linked resources, and you can also follow my social media where I will post like minor Hax updates as I learn about them. And there might be a few other Hax options out there that I didn't list in this video. In this video I just covered the best, most accessible ways of accessing Homebrew. And by the way, JK Save Manager, JKSM, which a lot of people use with their Animal Crossing New Leaf hacking, it does work with versions 11.4 and 11.5, so feel free to update, and JKSM will work on those. Everything I talked about in this video, all the resources and my social media are linked in the description box below. You all have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. Don't forget to be awesome. Bye.